Hi, and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and on this channel, I am your manifesting yogini. Today, I have a full body vinyasa yoga flow as part of the final class of a 5-part series inspired by the book 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. In this practice, we will be manifesting financial wealth as our intention. Because money is numbers and numbers are potentially infinite, in this chapter, the author talks about the enough life, essentially finding a financial goal that is sufficient in your current lifestyle. This reminded me of the yoga practice of aparigraha, which translates as non-greed, non-hoarding, or sometimes non-attachment. In the potential of limitlessness, it begs the question, what is greedy when it comes to money? I've heard the perspective having an abundance of money is greedy. I've also heard the perspective that frugality is greedy because you're not allowing enough in to give back to others. I and the author personally don't see either of these as greedy. We all come to this life experience to experience life in different ways, and your choice of enough is unique to you. Aparigraha emphasizes the importance of living simply and not accumulating things or desires beyond what is necessary. I've heard aparigraha compared to adding more and more food to your plate to a point you forget what's at the bottom of the plate. On the mat, aparigraha invites us to practice letting go of the fear of missing out, letting go of the voice that says we're not enough, to find enoughness and fulfillment in the process and present moment rather than focusing on what's lacking in ourselves and our bodies. It is a reminder to forget what is missing. The paradox of manifesting is the act of wanting something is an admission of lack. And it's the job of the manifester, once clarity of your desire is known, to return again and again to settle in the place of inner fulfillment and gratitude. So when you are ready, if you like to practice some music, put some of your favorite music on, and let's begin. So we will be using a couple of yoga blocks today. I like to have that one on either end of the mat because we move around and we use both sides as the mat for our front. And I'll also be using a blanket today just to prop our hips up on so we're not straining at all in our back. And come to a comfortable seat here. Crossing the right foot in front of the left, or you may place the right shin right on top of the left. And finding a comfortable seat here, palms down onto the knees for grounding or up for receiving. And I'm going to choose receiving today because I would like to receive some financial wealth. And taking a deep cleansing breath in, settling in here, feeling into the physical body, and taking another deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, notice what in the body relaxes first. What do you let go of in the body first as you exhale? And do that one more time. Big breath in. And noticing here, what do you let go of? And then we'll continue with some mantra chanting. If mantra is not in your practice, you can still gain benefit just by listening. So do what feels right in your practice today. I'm going to be chanting Om, which you might be familiar with, and then followed by the word shreem. It's SHREM. Whew, spelling's hard. So those words are said to bring financial abundance when they're chanted. So inhaling through the nose. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale into Om. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, feeling the residue of the chanting in the body. And releasing the hands behind you, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Palms a little farther back from the shoulders for me because I have longer arms. If you have shorter arms, they might be right underneath the shoulders, and lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. You can keep the chin tucked here. If it feels okay to open up through the throat, go right ahead. Inhale and exhale, release the hips back down. Bring your feet nice and wide here and just rock the hips side to side. The hips, the knees, in and out, windshield wiper. And we'll draw the right heel in, bringing it close to the pelvis, and then scooping up, grabbing from underneath the shin to place the left shin on top, or just crossing the left ankle in front of the right. And from here, placing the hands palms down, we'll begin to spiral out the torso. Inhale, moving the chest forward. Exhale, rounding through the back as you come back. Moving in a circular direction. And this movement can be as big or as subtle as feels appropriate in your body this morning. And you can move as quickly or slowly, finding your rhythm, your momentum here. And then stirring the pot in the other direction. As I come forward, I do a bit of a cow tilt, arching with the spine, and then exhale, rounding back. And then bringing the torso back to center, we'll move into another reverse tabletop position. This time, bring the legs out nice and wide, wider than the hips. And lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. As you do so, draw the right knee in and drop it to the towards the ground. It might not reach. And then the left knee. And then back to center. Release the hips down. Draw the left shin forward. The right foot comes behind you. And twisting to the left, reaching the right hand back behind you. Find a nice twist. And then returning back to center, dropping the right shin forward and the left shin back behind you, twisting to the left. And then rolling over onto our hands and knees, coming to all fours. Let's move into some gentle cat-cows, hands underneath the shoulders. And you're probably familiar with these by now in the series, dropping the belly, gaze lifts, exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, exhale, round. Notice where the movement starts in the body. Notice where the pause ends. At the end of the inhale and the end of the exhale. And then finding a neutral spine, start to rotate over the wrists in circular motions. Warming up through the wrists and the hands, and reversing direction. Walk the palms about a hand's distance forward, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, unfold into your first down dog. Pedal out the feet here, lifting one heel, then the other, bending through one knee and then the other. Drag the hands in towards each other, wrapping the triceps in. And from here, lift the heels up high and drop your heels over to the left. Maybe gaze over the right, underneath the right armpit. And then inhale, lifting both heels high and over to the right, gazing underneath the left armpit. Inhale forward, back into your tabletop position. Bring the knees out nice and wide, toes to touch, and sit the hips right on top of the heels, and then reaching the fingertips forward, chin or chest, chin or forehead to the mat. In your child's pose. Taking a moment to set your personal intention for practice today. In the book, he mentions the reason why we have savings accounts. He recommends having 3 to 6 months of savings. And the reason why a lot of people want financial abundance is to not feel that stress or worry or anxiety. So maybe that is your intention for practice today, is to relieve yourself of that anxiety or worry that money can bring. Or maybe there's a different why for your financial wealth. Wherever you are in your sufficiency. Your child's pose. Reach the fingers a little farther forward. Tuck the toes under and lift right back up through down dog. The left knee draws into the chest, and place the left knee to the center of the mat. pivot the left toes behind the left knee, left hand underneath the shoulder, right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. You can keep the gaze down at the fingertips or right at center, whatever helps with your balance here, or perhaps gazing towards the thumb. That feels wise in your neck, or perhaps reaching the right foot to add an extra balance challenge, pressing the right heel away. From here, you can bend through the right knee, and perhaps you can catch the big toe side of the right foot. If you catch the pinky toe side, just walk your hand over to the big toe side. And then using the strength of the leg, kick the heel away from the back body or the glutes. And then draw the knee into the chest if you want to play here, extending the right foot forward. And then stepping the right foot forward between the hands. Heel toe that right foot out. Toe is out, tuck the back toe under, and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sit down, Malasana Yogi Squat. Release the hands, tuck the chin under, lift the hips, heel toe the feet in, about hips distance apart. That's just a small space about the size of your fist. And hang out here in your forward fold. Ground through the feet and slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders are last to arrive. Inhale, reach the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, draw them down the back, stretching through the fingertips. Lift and spread your toes, feeling the arches of the feet lift, and releasing the toes back down. Evenly distribute the weight onto the feet. Soft bend through the knees. And a nice strong Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Hands to shins or thighs or to either side of the feet into your halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right foot back into your low lunge. From here, release the right knee down. Reach the fingertips back behind you and sweep them forward into your low lunge here. Gently press through the back foot to find your balance here, reaching the left hand forward, the right hand back behind you. And returning back to center, left hand comes back behind you, right hand reaches forward. From here, reach that right hand forward all the way to the earth. Tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee up off the floor. From your twisted lunge, release the left hand to the inside of the left foot. This is where you may need a block here. Actually, I invite you to utilize a block if you have it. And we'll rotate that right heel to the earth. And then straightening through the left leg, you bring your right hand to your right hip. We'll come up into a bit of a Trikonasana pose. Right hand reaches towards the ceiling. And perhaps right hand reaches overhead. Perhaps you can lift that left hand up, keep the left leg straight, and like you're holding a beach ball here. Inhale, rising all the way back to center, turning your toes forward. You may need to move that block out of the way into your 5-pointed star. From your 5-pointed star, interlace the hands behind your back. Squeeze, bend the elbows and squeeze them in towards each other. As you fold forward, are you able to straighten through the arms, lifting the fist up off the low back? Keep the palms together here so we're getting the stretch from the shoulders, not the wrist joints. Releasing the hands if you have the bind, and walk yourself all the way to the back side of the mat. Step back into your down dog. Lifting high up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, slide yourself forward into a plank. And exhale, wave back into a down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Notice here if your hips stay pretty lifted here, you might need to walk out the feet a little bit more. And exhale, down dog. Moving like a wave forward and back. And then pause here in stillness in your down dog. Notice here where you're gripping onto that you don't need to be. Where can you let go? From here, lift the right foot up, draw the right knee into the chest and hug it in nice and tight, lifting high into the ball of the left foot. And then gently place the right knee down, pivot the right toes behind the right knee, placing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, peel open, opening that left hand to the ceiling. Find the gaze that feels appropriate here in your neck. Perhaps lifting the left foot up, pressing the left heel away, or maybe bend and play with finding the bind. Kicking the foot into the hand or on the big toe side. And if you want to play here, you can draw the left knee into the chest, extend the left foot forward. And stepping the left foot to the top of the mat, tuck your back toe under and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sit down into Malasana Yogi Squat. Release the hands, swing the hips back and right into your forward fold. Heel toe the feet in. Bring your hands to your hips, thumbs to the hip creases, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Right into your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Perhaps add a little bit of a back bend here. And exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins, elongating through the spine. Exhale, step the left foot back, nice big step, and release the left knee to about the center of the mat. Reach the hands back behind you. Inhale, rising up to your Anjaneyasana, pressing firmly through the back foot. You can have the back toes tucked if that feels better on your knee. Inhale, exhale, twisting open to the right. Notice if that right knee follows in. Try to draw the right knee out. And then back to center, twisting open to the right hand side. That was a left last time. And then reach the left hand to the earth. Tuck the back toe under, right into your twisted low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down to a block or to the mat. Rotate that left foot to the earth and straighten through the right leg into your Trikonasana triangle. Pressing the right shin forward. Perhaps you can reach that left arm overhead. Perhaps you can reach both arms. And inhale, using your core strength, coming back to standing, turning all 10 toes forward. Interlace your hands, your second favorite thumb on top. Squeeze the elbows in. As you hinge forward, you straighten through the arms. Release the hands and walk yourself all the way to the front of the mat and step the left foot back to meet the right into down dog. And you can do those down dog to plank wave. You can also move through a vinyasa here. Inhale forward into plank, lowering down halfway or all the way to the earth. Hands drag to the feet, chest pulls forward into cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back into down dog. Hips pull back from the hands, lengthening through the sides of the waist. From down dog, inhale, reach the right foot, three-legged dog. Press the left heel down. The right hip is squared here. And then stacking the hips. Open up through the hip, bend through the knee. Lifting the right knee nice and high. Keep the left heel towards the floor. And then send the right knee forward. Maybe pause here, stepping the right foot all the way through between the hands. Lifting high onto the ball, the back foot pressing through the big toe mound. Right knee stacks over the right ankle. Reach the right hand, hands behind you. Inhale, rise up to your high crescent lunge. From your crescent lunge, lean forward over the front leg and step the left foot to meet the right. Sit down into a chair, nice and low into Utkatasana chair pose. From chair pose, reach the right hand back behind you. Inhale, reach the right hand forward. Exhale, left hand twisting to the left. And inhale, straighten through both legs. Maybe find a bit of a back bend here, pressing the hips forward, grounding through the heels. Exhale, hands through to heart center and by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Taking a breath here. Notice anything that's tightened or you're gripping onto that you can let go. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Stepping the right foot back, right into warrior two. So drop the right heel down. Windmill the hands, right then left, right through to Virabhadrasana, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reach the left fingertips forward, up and back. Reverse your warrior. Straighten through the front leg. Turn all 10 toes forward, right into your 5-pointed star. Hands to heart center. Interlace the palms. Press the palms forward. Up. As you do that, turn the right toes out. Bends deeply through the right knee. Into Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side, gazing over the right hand. Flip the right hand up, reach right fingertips forward, up and back, and reverse your warrior. Windmill hands, right then left, Option to float through your vinyasa here, down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Option to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, arching up. Up dog, cobra. If you're in up dog, the thighs are up off the floor. And into your down dog. From down dog, left leg reaches hip height. Draw the right heel to the floor. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Lift the knee nice and high. Right heel to the floor. And then swing the left knee forward. Step the left foot between the hands. Find your foundation here, pressing through the ball of the right foot to lift the right heel high. Left knee stacks over the ankle joint, reaching the fingertips back behind you. Find your balance, rising up to your crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching like we're reaching for something on top of the shelf. Inhale. Exhale, leaning over the front leg and stepping the right foot to meet the left. Sit down into Utkatasana chair pose. This time, bring the hands through to heart center. Thumb presses into sternum to lift the heart a little bit more, twisting to the left. Maybe hooking the right elbow to the left knee or the right knee, twisting to the left, sitting down nice and low. Inhale, back to center, twisting to the right. Inhale, returning back to center, press through the feet, gentle arch back, and hands through to heart center by your side. Tadasana mountain pose. Checking in with the breath, feeling the residue of practice thus far. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, step the left leg back and rotate the left heel down. Windmill the hands left and right, right through to Virabhadrasana 2, and we'll straighten through that front leg, coming back into a Trikonasana this time, reaching the right hand forward, reach, and releasing the right hand to a block, to your shin, perhaps gaze to the left thumb. And turn the left hand out, thumb facing down. Reach the right fingertips forward, palm facing up. Inhale, rising back up. And we'll turn your hips forward, coming back to the ball of the left foot, and release the left knee gently to the floor. Right into this Anjaneyasana. And we're just going to prepare here for half moon. It's a strawberry full moon recently. So half crescent moon. So find your crescent lunge and then reach the right hand forward. You may find a block here if your hips are a little tighter, but play without the block too. Reach the right hand forward and then float the left leg up. Just a different way to come into half moon. Perhaps you want to play here, bending through the left knee, maybe finding that bind on this side. And wherever you are, release the left foot back down. Turn yourself all the way to the wide edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. and walking yourself all the way to the front of the mat. One final vinyasa for class today, back into down dog, plank, shift forward, lower down, arch up, lifting back into down dog. I don't think that was the final one. I think we still have one more vinyasa. Sorry about that. Reach the right foot up. I'm not going to say sorry, not sorry. Three-legged dog. Stack the hips, open the knee. And then swing the right knee forward for your crescent lunge. This time we'll do eagle arms. The right elbow hooks into the left. Leaning forward over the front leg and stepping the left knee high, about hip height. Find your balance here, stacking the left knee over the right into your eagle twist. Your eagle twist, not just eagle. Take an inhale, exhale, and fly your eagle. Release the left foot down. You can tell I haven't taught in a while, a couple weeks. Release the left foot down to meet the right into your standing Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Sometimes letting go means just letting go of your mistakes. Usually I care about them more than you do. Folding forward. Into forward fold. Stepping the right foot back. Releasing the right heel down. And windmill hands into Virabhadrasana 2. Straightening through that left leg for Trikonasana. Reach the left hand forward, reach. And Trikonasana on the left hand side. Palm facing out, thumb facing down. Release it behind your back. Reach the left palm forward. Up and reverse. Soften through the front knee and rotate into your low crescent lunge. Preparing for our half moon. You can use a block here if that feels good to you and your hips. But reach the left hand in front of the left toes. Tuck the back toe under. Press through the left foot to float the right one up. And perhaps play here, finding the bind. Woo. And release, stepping the right foot back. Right into your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe that was the last vinyasa. No, it wasn't. We'll stay here in our wide-legged forward fold. I don't know. Maybe it was. So walk yourself over to the back of the mat, step back. And if that was your final vinyasa, then just hang out here in down dog. Otherwise, you can move through another vinyasa. You can rest in child's pose. This is your practice, your body, your time. All I ask is don't give up and get off the couch. Lifting the left foot, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward between the hands and rising up to your crescent lunge. Left elbow underneath the right. For eagle arms, leaning forward. Find your balance here, right knee hip height, stacking right knee over left. Maybe you hook the right toes across the calf, behind the calf. Sometimes I have that in my body, sometimes I don't. Inhale and exhale, fly your eagle. And find Tadasana, mountain pose. Just taking a moment here to settle the body, settle the breath. Heel toe the feet out, heels in, toes wide. Sit the hips nice and low into Malasana. Nice effort today. Nice showing up. Give yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up today. A moment of gratitude for all the abundance that you already have and already have within you. And then coming to a seat. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. The soles of the feet open up to the ceiling. And I like to do a strengthener before I stretch. So pressing the knees into the hands press back into the knees. So we're not pushing the knees down, we're pressing the knees into the hands to strengthen. Inhale and exhale, release. If your low back hurts you can walk the hips back a few times and then lean forward over the legs. And we're just using the force of gravity here to melt ourselves into this posture. And all of our vinyasa practices end with a nice long yin type of stretch, yin type of release and hold, some stillness. So if that's ever what you're looking for in your practice, most any of my videos, you can fast forward to the end and just do this, or just do the beginning, the warm up, or do the middle practice. That's a great thing about recordings and doing practice at home. Taking a breath in and out, slowly making your way up to a comfortable seat. Reaching the toes forward, flexing them to your face, reaching the fingertips forward, thumb facing up. Tuck the chin under and slow motion. How slow can you lower down to the floor? And reach your arms up overhead. When you land, find a nice full body stretch. Walk the soles of the feet to the mat. Gently lift the hips and walk them over to the right hand side. We'll come into a banana asana, extending the legs so they come to the left corner of the mat, perhaps crossing the left ankle on top of the right, and bringing the hands behind the head and gently lifting the shoulder blades over to the left. Notice if that right hip starts to creep up here. Try to keep both butt cheeks on the ground here, and you can either grab opposite elbow or reach the arms up overhead. So we're making that crescent moon banana shape. Breathing in through the belly. As you exhale, what can you let go of first? And each exhale, noticing, observing what in the body releases and lets go. And then releasing out of this pose, bringing the soles of the feet back to the mat and lifting the hips and dropping them over to the other side. Make sure both hips are rooted into the earth, and then extending the legs towards the right corner of the mat. Maybe cross the right ankle over the left. Walk the shoulder blades a little bit more to the right. So the feet and the hands are on the right side of the mat. The hips are towards the left side of the mat. So we make this banana, 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 banana shape. Noticing here what you can let go of. Maybe there was something today that you were really frustrated with, or felt confused by, or kind of laughed at. Let that go. And if there was something that you felt really good about and you felt proud of, let that go too. And walking the soles of the feet back to the mat, coming back to lying flat on your back. Draw the knees into your chest. Interlace the hands over the right knee, extend the left knee long, and draw the right knee over to the left, twisting open to the left. Perhaps extend the right arm, gaze over the right fingertips. Breathing in through the belly. Inhale, draw the right knee back to center. Both knees come into the chest. Interlace the hands over the left knee. Extend the right leg long down the mat. And twisting open to the right. Gazing towards the left fingertips. Allowing everything to relax here that can be relaxed. And drawing the left knee back to center. Both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Take an inhale and squeeze everything in. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor like you're going into a crunch. Squeeze your feet, squeeze your fists, squeeze your face. Take another sip of air in. Another sip of air in. Exhale, release everything to the mat. Extend the legs for your Shavasana. Please stay here. If you like a digital detox, go ahead and practice your Shavasana or meditation corpse pose on your own. I also have a playlist of meditation practices as well as a detailed guided Shavasana to get you set up for Shavasana in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have much financial wealth in your future, and thank you for joining me on this series. Thank you and namaste.